everybody. Welcome to the Twin Flame Talk Show with the Twin Flame Warriors. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Justin.
And we are here today on episode 3 to talk about the question.
What we promised you last week, what is the Twin Flame Soul Song?
We did promise that.
We did. That's what I said. Let's start by introducing you to the Twin Flame Warriors vocabulary around souls.
We like to think of your soul as an energetic signature that makes you who you are, kind of like the DNA of your higher self. You can't fake or alter it. Your soul is what you're made of. It does carry all of the talents and abilities that you need to carry yourself through any journey. And that's kind of just like the way that the DNA works for the human body. We think of it the same way. Your soul sings a song of energetic vibrations, like notes that are as complex and distinct as a symphony.
Yeah, kind of like any good piece of music. Your soul is totally unique. It's just like one of those songs that, you know, you've heard in the past and you're just going to remember that forever. So is this song that your soul sings. It's something that's always been there and will always be there. What is a soul song for? Soul song functions as an invisible handshake when introducing yourself to some other soul that you encounter upon your journey. Just like all kinds of different signs. Just like we say songs, many ancient religions have used different signs in the past to identify or, know that, hey, that person, I know who that is. I can talk or speak with that one, or that is a non-believer or whatever. So the same with the song that we have inside us internally. Maybe you heard in the last episode, we talked about having already had a taste of that harmony between your soul and other souls, such as with soulmates or other soul family members. You might even be able to identify already some of those that have come into your life at this time even.
For example, when you meet someone and realize right off the bat that they're going to be your friend. Well, that's because you hear their soul song, and it's very close to your own soul song. A lot of the notes may match. I always like to tell an anecdote about a person who was like this for me. It was really one of those moments where it's just crystal clear in my mind still to this day. My son used to play baseball, and the coach, who I hadn't met in person before, and I didn't even really know who he was standing on the first base, coaching some of the kids, and I thought to myself, everything kind of stopped and crystallized for a moment. I was like, that person's going to be my friend. And as it turned out, we were very good friends. His wife encouraged us to get together because we were both learning about different spiritual topics, and she kind of sensed that we were both on the same journey. And I heard his soul song, and when she suggested that we get together, it was great because we started learning a lot together. Our soul songs matched, and we were supposed to be friends in order to support each other on a part of our journey. We're not in touch that often anymore, but our soul songs vibrated together, and we learned a lot from each other because we recognized that similarity in our soul songs and responded to it. So these harmonic vibrations of the soul song of people who are in your soul family, for example, are going to be even more similar than those of good friends, as I just talked about. That's because soul family are more entwined in your life than a casual acquaintance or a good friend. Soul family is like a sister or a brother or a parent. They may not be your bio family. They're not in your biological family right now, or they might be, but they're the ones whose soul songs have a lot of very similar sections and notes to yours, and they're here with you for a very special reason on this journey, to learn lessons together.
Yeah, as the number of notes that match increase, so does the interconnections of the two souls up to the soulmates. So again, it just increases. So how is a twin flame soul song different from other soul songs? Well, a twin flame soul song is the identical, down to the very last note. Everything is in perfect harmony. Everything is perfect about it. There are no gaps, or there's no missing sounds or items that you need for your journey. Could be another way to look at it.
When I hear my twin's song, when I hear Justin's soul song, I know that it sounds exactly like mine. The harmony between us is impossible to ignore. When we're together and our souls are vibrating in that perfect harmony, I have to pay attention to whatever it is that we're doing together, because my soul knows and my body knows in every cell down to the DNA, that it's the most important thing going on. And for us, that's because of our twin flame soul mission. I think it commands our attention when we're together.
Yeah. I think also go along with that is you really get to know and pay attention to what the other one is thinking all the time.
Something we started talking about last week was the key to the soul, and how when twin flames get together, the soul has keys that unlock. The song is definitely one of those keys when two souls meet. This compares to people who've been my soul family, or people that I've spent a lot of time with. You know, like Justin said, there may be gaps in that harmony that indicate that they're only going to be with me for a short time, or maybe I only get along with them for a short amount of time and not for a whole lifetime. And that's okay, because as long as we've crossed off all the things we need to do together and all the lessons we agreed to learn together and support each other in, that's fine.
Well, if you're here, you're probably looking to find or maybe even improve your connection with your soul family, soulmates, or your twin flame if you brought one on this journey with you. And you might be asking, how does this soul song help me do this? Well, first, you need to find your own song if you're not familiar with it. Michelle, what are some of the ways we talk about that can guide our viewers?
We've spent a lot of time doing personal healing. We've had to look at our paths in our lives and forgive ourselves for hurts that we've caused, and we've had to forgive others who've hurt us over time. We've had to learn to speak our truth without fear, to know and trust our intuition and trust this song that our soul is singing, that it's right. And in doing that, we've had to find and stand in our personal power. We've had to say, we know what we're doing is right. We hear our intuition. We hear this song between us, and we're going to follow its instructions. And if your soul song is guiding you to do something differently than you have before, listen to it. You have no more important tool on this journey than your intuition, and it's going to speak to you through things like your soul song. And really underlining all of this, the most important message is self-love. Through all of this healing and listening for soul songs and building connections with other souls, the most important thing you can do, and the best way to move yourself along on your journey, is to clear all these things and love yourself.
Right. And like Michelle mentioned last week, you've got to continue to move through life. You can't stop and wait. So you got to do this. And while you're working on this stuff, things happen and they just show up. Things that you are wanting, things that you have spoken into your life will be there for you as you make this journey. Well, we better start wrapping things up. But I know there's one more thing that Michelle was wanting to talk about, some stuff that she's seen on online forums.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of questions on online forums from seekers wanting to know about false twin flames. There's no such thing as a false twin flame. Only two bodies can have a soul whose song matches. Anyone else whose song sounds incredibly close is a soulmate, not a twin flame, not a false twin flame. You do have big lessons to learn with them. You have a lot of your journey to go through with those soulmates. It can be confusing, and you might, if you feel like you're on the twin flame journey, you
need to trust your intuition at that point,
right?
Because it will feel out of place. It will not feel right, and you will start second guessing yourself. And once that happens, then you know that this isn't right and that it's not for you. And I know there's a lot of questions that go with that. Why did that have to happen to me? Why did I have to experience that? And the only thing we can say and what we have learned is look back, find out what you learned in that lesson, because that's why they were there and that's what it was all for. Viewers out there who want to know more about soulmates can check out our next episode, What is a Soulmate? Yeah. And now we're getting to the end of our program, and we need to take some time to pay some of the bills.
That's right. You may or may not have heard, we have begun publishing our novella series. It's called Souls on Fire, Memoirs of a Twin Flame True Love Journey. And a lot of what we're talking about in today's episode, you can learn more about just by reading the story. We'd like to invite you to check it out, learn more about us. We love to share, and we're doing this because it's our twin flame soul mission, but also because we have to pay the bills, like we said.
Yeah.
Paperback's available on Amazon, and the ebook is available on Kindle. You can link to that through the show notes down below.
And don't forget to hit the button down below to subscribe. All right. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great day or evening.
Thanks, and we'll see you on
Bye-bye.
episode 4. Bye.